Hello my friends, and welcome back to Amanda's Kitchen. My name is Amanda, and in today's video we're going to be making a meal prep option, a shelf-stable curry lentil soup. This isn't my recipe, but I thought it was really amazing, so I wanted to try it and share it with you guys, and I will leave the actual recipe in the description box below. And I wanted to do something like this because I feel like meal prep can get old. Like, if you make like a big batch of something and by like day 3 you like don't want to eat it, or like you decide you don't want it, this is something I wanted to have kind of at the ready when I needed a quick dinner that didn't need like any prep work. Like, it is dinner time, I'm hungry now, I just need to throw everything on a pan or in a pot and go. And what's cool about this is the recipe that I found, or the way I found it, is for like a gift, like an edible gift. And so you can either do this as like a shelf-stable meal prep, make a couple and keep it in the pantry, or you can give them as gifts, or just make the soup without the meal prep. So yeah, so I think it was a really fun option and I wanted to share. So I'm gonna stop repeating myself because I think that's what I'm doing. While you're here, before we get into the recipe, if you like this video and my content, don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you get notified every time I post a new video. Like this video if you found it interesting, and I don't know, maybe even share it with someone you might think liked the recipe. So with that being said, let's get into it. So like I said, this is a fun recipe. We are turning a shelf-stable meal prep soup jar into a soup today. So the first thing we're gonna need to do is make the actual soup mix, and I will leave the recipe for this down below. It's not my recipe, I just thought it was a really good idea to do for some meal prep, to have something super quick to throw together. So it consists of green lentils, red lentils, veggie stock powder or veggie bouillon cubes, some curry powder, dried onion, dried garlic, and I added in some red pepper flakes. So essentially you just layer everything into the jar. I did it so it looked aesthetically pleasing, but of course you could literally throw it in there in a bowl and mix it up and do whatever. The recipe itself calls for 2 bouillon cubes, but I decided to use veggie powder just to have one less step of the unwrapping. And I thought this was a really neat idea, like I said, not only for meal prep, but for a gift. If you wanted to give an edible gift to someone, or like instead of making a meal for someone, you can just give them this along with a can of coconut milk, and then they literally have dinner ready. All they have to do is dump it into a pot. So I think that that's a really good option, and I want to experiment with this kind of cooking and come up with some of my own recipes to do this, because yeah. And here's me struggling to put the lid on of this jar one-handed, but second try, I made it. And I thought this looked really pretty in the light and just wanted to show off those really cool layers. So this would definitely be a nice gift if you put a little bow on it. And then here we are for the soup, and I wanted to show off my brand new pot. Brandon got me the perfect pot for Christmas, and I'm absolutely stoked. I've been using the Always pan for a year now, and I love it, and I'm so stoked about the pot. So to make the soup, you add 4 cups of water into your pot, and then you literally just dump in the soup jar and a can of coconut milk. It was kind of hard to dump this beautiful jar in there, but you know what? It was a quick and easy dinner. And then I forgot to hit record when I put the coconut milk in there, but I just opened the can and dumped it in. And then you want to give everything a good stir just to make sure that all the lentils kind of separate, because I know the red lentils, at least, they tend to clump together. And then you bring this to a boil, reduce the heat to low, and simmer for about 30 minutes. And I stirred it occasionally just to make sure nothing was sticking to the pan. And then once the lentils were tender, give the soup a little bit of a taste and adjust seasonings as needed. I added about a half teaspoon of salt and a few cracks of black pepper just because. And then I wanted to make this soup cute, so I made some rice and formed it into like a little mound in the middle of my bowl, and then added in my soup. Definitely optional. It doesn't need rice. It is pretty filling on its own, but I just wanted rice and I wanted to try and make it cute for pictures, so that is what I did. It was very hearty, very filling. It doesn't look super aesthetically pleasing, but honestly, like, I highly recommend trying this. 10 out of 10 would recommend for yourself, or if you need a gift idea. totally worth it. It was so creamy and delicious, and yeah, I loved it. So I hope you give it a try. Alright my friends, that is a wrap on today's video. I hope you enjoyed this recipe. Let me know down in the description box what you guys thought. This soup was so good. I was actually really surprised how good it was. The recipe said it should turn orange and mine was kind of green. It definitely didn't look very good on camera, like aesthetically pleasing, but taste-wise, it was super creamy and decadent and filling and absolutely delicious. So I definitely recommend trying it, even if you're not going to meal prep it or like batch prep it, but just for a quick weeknight dinner, like 10 out of 10, highly recommend. And if you know of any other kind of soup recipes like this or like shelf-stable like meal prep ideas, I would love to hear about those in the description box below, because I think this is a really fun idea to have kind of meals prepped to take the thinking out of making dinner sometimes, because I know sometimes it can get kind of overwhelming. Like if you're making dinner every night, like what could you possibly make every day? Like I'm there, I've been there. So it's good to have kind of meals like this in your back pocket for those weeknights or those days where you just like don't know what to do. So that way you make something delicious and hearty and nourishing instead of ordering takeout that's maybe not the best for you, which, I mean, everyone loves their takeout, so you know, there's a time and a place, but you know what I'm saying. So anyway, if you like this video, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button, subscribe if you're new, maybe consider sharing with a friend, and stay tuned for lots of new content this year. I can't wait to see you guys in the next video. Bye for now.